So right now I'm on my way to London for a job interview. It's 8:20 in the morning on a Friday. With my comedy class coming up on Tuesday, I think I'm going to try and use this experience to write material. It of course means I'm travelling at peak time in London, which means it's going to cost a fortune. Hopefully it will be worth it. Interview's done, now in Victoria. Went pretty well. Give you more details when there's not a lot of people around me. Now just getting the train back to Brighton. Got a few funny stories to tell as well, which I think will work well in the comedy. We're going to a comedy event now in Brighton. It's Sunday, I'm in Victoria Park. I'm about to go and watch my Sunday League football team, Hove FC, play. Unfortunately, I've got a hamstring injury, so that's why I'm not featuring today. Friday night was fun. Did a little bit of a pub crawl before the comedy. Went to the Brighton Tavern where I sat next to Misty the cat as I had a gin. Then I went to the Earth and Stars and had gluten-free fish and chips. And then the comedy began at the Caxton. The boys won 2-0. Hopefully I'll be back next week. Back to Friday at the Caxton. The two people from my course who I was meant to be going with both were sick and they sent me a text just before the show. So I turned up, Billy no mates, in a suit. The venue is a little bit strange in the fact that you entered the room by walking across the stage. I'm not sure I would have personally liked that myself. But overall, it was a really good night. And I think one of the best things for me was actually getting to speak to the comedians afterwards, learning things about their sets and how the whole night was arranged. So that was really good. So it was great to meet people like Ben Carter, Matt Nicholson and Joe Foster.
Let's give a warm round of applause for Richard.
Thank you very much. Great to see all of you. My name's Rich, or as predictive text on an old Nokia would call me, Shag. That stopped a few first dates, I tell you. So that was part of this week's homework where we had to develop an opener, and I tried to think of different things to describe me, to talk about me, things about the FA Cup and the Joker. But I went with that line about the predictive text on the Nokia. I really like it. I thought it might get a bigger laugh, but I will try it again and see where we go. Overall, the piece went quite well. I think better than last week. The teacher, Louise, did have a few comments, one of them being I was particularly loud. I applied for a job interview this week. I love job interviews. It's the one place you're expected to brag. I know that's not very British, because we don't like talking about how great we are. I guess that's the Polish in me. I love taking British jobs. There weren't quite so many this week, but I did have one-liner in there. Unfortunately, it didn't get a groan, so I was pretty pleased about that. The only thing is, it's still a little bit dirty when I really want to be quite a clean comedian, but I'm finding that bit hard. Did any of you see it? You know, the story about the actor, Ralph Fiennes, and the Thai massage parlour? Oof, it has a happy ending though. Hey! A couple more observations from Louise were she thought the first half of the set was much better than the second half, and she also felt that some of my performance was a little bit hamdram. I've watched it back. I'm not really sure about that. I kind of think it's me. I kind of think it's me talking. It might have been this one bit, which I'm going to end this week's video with. I thought it was quite funny. I think it was probably the best bit of the set. Again, not very clean either. So if we were to use the phrase two left hands, what would we use it for? Would we use it for maybe someone who's a bad thrower? few people died in that plane crash. Would we use it for someone who struggles to clap? Would we use it for someone who is bad at masturbation? I'm not going to do any moves for that, don't worry.
Just for that.
Not gonna do that. Oh, one more thing. The job I went for, I got it.